Yo, peace and love, family. It's your boy Sunrise the Divine. I'm back at you at the sunrise. Yeah, it's about 5 a.m. right now. That's originally why I started calling myself Sunrise, because I wake up really, really early since I was born, naturally. That's just a history lesson. But back to the topic. Today we're going to talk about taking your ego out of the driver's seat. So your ego, which is your personality mind, which is your the way you react to things, which is who you identify as, your ego is your sense of identity. It's like my ego is Sunrise the Divine. It's that personality. That is the ego. As you all know, we've been allowing our ego to take the driver's seat and control how we react to things, how we navigate through life, how we treat people, etc., etc. We also have our true self, which is our omnipresent spiritual self, right? This self is who we are starting to operate out of, or who we want to have the driver's seat, meaning this is the soul we want to make decisions from. Now, this soul is you, so it's not like something you got to become. It is you, just like your personality and your ego is you. They're just like different drivers in the car. The ego has been driving for years now, but the ego is a reckless driver. The ego will be running red lights, running stop signs, almost hitting people, because it's very reactive, it's very defensive. You know how the ego can be. The ego is our friend, though. We don't want to shame the ego. A lot of the times in spiritual community, when you first start waking up, people start saying how they're going to kill the ego and da-da-da-da. No, you need the ego, because that's how you have a sense of self in this matrix. That's how you really identify as, that's how you have that experience of being like, I am Sunrise, the divine. This is who I am on planet Earth. That's what your ego contributes towards. So you need that sense of separation on this plane. You don't need to kill it, but you don't need to let it drive anymore. Your soul self, which operates out of your heart, which is the self that shows compassion instantly, the self that you truly are, and that you are learning to embody and embrace, is what needs to take the wheel, okay? And you can literally do a meditation where or it doesn't even have to be as deep as a meditation. Just simply tell your ego, like, ego, thank you, I appreciate you, because the ego is just trying to protect you at all times. That's where most of the ego's reaction is. It's out of protection, but that's based out of fear. Most times, in this reality, in this country, in this state. But you have to tell your ego, thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you, ego, for wanting to protect me, and I appreciate you. But at this moment, I don't need you to drive. I need you to take a back seat. My heart is going to drive this car, meaning this body, meaning the decisions and choices, and it's going to drive me the ways I wish to operate or go in this reality. Thank you, ego. You can't drive anymore. You can sit in the passenger seat. Matter of fact, you can sit in the back seat. Okay? Because we're going to let our heart space, our true soul, our soul self, our higher self, is literally like our higher self is now ready to operate through your body, okay? Your higher self is now ready to operate 100% of the time through your body. You just got to let the higher self drive, okay? I'm not just saying you like you, I'm doing the same work, okay? So just be more mindful of when you notice yourself operating out of ego and operating out of your higher self or your heart, because we want to start to operate out of our higher self all the time. And one quick way to do that is to simply tell our ego to step aside. I appreciate, give it love, because it's just, the ego is just trying to protect you. Do not say kill the ego. You don't want to kill the ego. You need the ego on planet Earth, in the Matrix. You need it. Just show it love and tell it to step aside. Okay? That's it for y'all. I love y'all. Love and light. Peace.